What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning channel. And today is January 23rd, Monday, and we're back in the mix. We're back on target to prep for this upcoming SAT in March. And I know I've been doing a lot of content for the new digital SAT that's going to be given to a lot of international students. I got some comments recently say, hey, don't forget about the US students, don't forget about the regular SAT. So we're going to be doing kind of dual content, both for the upcoming digital version and the current version that all you guys are going to be taking in March if you are based in the US. So without further ado, we're back in the mix with one of these mini tests. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't seen me do one of these are from Khan Academy. This, I think, might be the best part of Khan Academy's math curriculum, outside, of course, of the practice tests. Are these mini tests are a nice little mix of varied problems, and it's a timed thing. So we're going to jump through it. The fun thing is I've never seen these questions before. I'm doing this live for the first time in real time, so that's always part of the fun. We'll have that timer. This is the no calculator section. And without further ado, let's do this thing. And by the way, lastly, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. I do have to have a hard stop at 2 p.m. PST because I got to start tutoring for the day, but we're going to go right up until around then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, John manufactures household furniture. Startup cost including tools and $5,000. Startup cost, it's a linear equation, so it's got to be one of these two because startup cost means the y-intercept, your starting value. 350 in its production of the sum of the startup cost plus labor and materials. So makes F, for each piece of furniture. So it's 350 times F and so it's C because the total cost equals 350 times each piece of furniture, right? Because it's 350 for each piece. So B is the winner. Boom, done. All right, next. Anthropologists knows that they can predict the height of a human being based on the length of the femur. Hey, this is a question. This is very similar from like a real SAT question. One anthropologist, okay, so that's the height, that's the femur bone. One anthropologist found the femurs of two different people. One femur measured 22 and the other 23. What is the difference in their height? So it's going to be 2.72, all right? Now, obviously, if there's a calculator, you could plug it in, but here's the thing. The rate of change this is the slope, which is 2.72. The height changes 2.72 centimeters or whatever for every 1 centimeter that the femur changes. Now, a different example, suppose 22 and 23 is easier to process, would be 1 and 2, right? If I plug in 1, I get 2.72 plus that. If I plug in 2, I get, 5.44 plus that. So I'm incrementing by 2.72. So the difference in the height is B. Boom, done. What's up, Johan? Good to see you. Pranav, Borna. If you're talking about gaining 300 points by March in math specifically or overall, what specifically? And then last year, the only reason I got my 770 was because of you. Oh, amazing. Well, hey, man, you're very welcome. So glad to help. That's why I do what I do. Tickets for a concert were $5 for each child and $8 for each adult. Watch what I'm going to do. Immediately, I know they're setting up some system. 5 children and 8 adults. At one of the concerts, someone brought 4 children with them, and 10 children attended without an adult. Wait, each adult brought 4 children. Okay, I'll get back to that. Total ticket sales were $1,730. So I know that 5 times the number of children plus 8 times the number of adults is $1,730. So we know we have that equation, which is, it's A or B. Okay, now the second part. Each adult brought 4 children with them. And then, so that's, I think that's this. 4 each adult times 4, so that's the number of kids. And 10 children attended without an adult. So then we also got the 10 children. Oh, yeah. It's just a relationship between children and adults. So the number of children is 10 plus the 4 per each adult. So A is the winner. So that's just setting up the relationship, the system. We don't have to evaluate it. Okay, next, let me see the time. Okay, 11 minutes. The following formula gives a height in spray, formula, and sprinkler at a distance x in meters from the sprinkler to traveling velocity v. Maximum spraying distance is the horizontal distance, which is this h, I guess, from the sprinkler where the water reaches the ground. If the velocity is quadrupled, interesting question. If the velocity is quadrupled, how does the max spraying distance change? Okay, let me think about this. How does the max spraying? So the velocity is quadrupled. So let's say it's currently 1. It'd be x minus 5x squared. If it's 2, or no, if it's 4, now it's quadrupled, it'd be 4x minus 5x squared, right? Because the velocity, I'm changing it from 1 to 4, and then I'm just looking at the equations. So we're subtracting the same amount every time, so that doesn't really matter. And I mean, it looks like it's quadrupled, unless I'm misinterpreting something. Let me make sure I'm not oversimplifying. If the maximum spraying distance is the horizontal distance, if the velocity is quadrupled, v is the velocity. If the velocity is quadrupled, right? 10, and then that distance is 10, right? Let's just say hypothetically 10, no, not say 10. Let's say, yeah, 1, -4, and that would be 4, -1. -4, -1. Wait, let me think of a better example. 10 would be, this whole thing is weird because, okay, let's say x is 1. Hold on, let me think for a second. X is 10. 10 times -490. 10 is 40. This is weird because you're always subtracting that same amount. Yeah, I'm going to go with, it's not actually quadrupled though, because it's not a, oh, this is so strange, because it's not a straight linear equation. Hold on, let me think about this. Okay, I'm going to come back to this question. We're just going to answer C for now. This is really weird. Okay, let's come back to that. What are the solutions to the equation above? So we'll distribute s squared minus s minus 2 equals 0. We're gonna, and I subtract the 2 from both sides. I gotta pick up the pace because I'm running out of time. 8 minutes left. So it's s, and then it's minus 2 plus 1, right? So my solutions are -1, +2. That's just factoring -1, +2. Just make sure, plug in -1. That's 2, plug in 2 times. Yep, it works. D, done. Okay, number 6. A small airplane can carry luggage and mail as long as its total weight is less than 1,050 pounds. Less than 1,050. Today's load of mail weighs 490. Each passenger brings 70 pounds of luggage. What is the greatest possible number of pounds? Okay, so 70x plus that thing of 490 has to be less than or equal to 1,050. So let's isolate. Has to be less than or equal to, or it says less than, sorry, not less than or equal to. Whoops. Let me erase that thing here. So then this is, let's do it in my head. So it's 500, 550, 560. Oh, look at that. It goes perfectly. So divide by 70 and you get 8. But here's the thing. It says it has to be less than, not less than or equal to. So we're going to have to say 7. So that's it. Okay, number 7. Depreciation of a car being determined in the formula of reason of the car. T is you. Okay. All right, this is just isolating quantities. Yeah, I kind of got the notion that it was when I looked at the answers. R is isolated, so we just got to isolate. First, I'm going to divide both sides by C. Boom. 1 minus R to the T power. Then I'm going to take the T root of both sides, right, to get rid of that exponent. So then it's the T root of V over C equals 1 minus R. Last but not least, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add R to this side and then subtract this simultaneously just so we get it looking like that. So then that 1 stays there, and then we're minusing the T root of V over C. 1 minus. It's this one. So they change the square root to its rational equivalent, which is 1. The T root, or the square root is to the 1/2 power. To the T root is to the 1 over T power. So A is the winner. Done. Next, time, 6 minutes. All right. The graph of f of x from above. Okay, so this is the graph of f of x. They've been doing this a lot on these tests, I've noticed. So this is the graph of f of x plus 2, meaning it's the regular graph of f shifted 2 to the left. So the regular graph would look something like this. Okay. For which value of x must f of x equal 4? Well, it's 2. Look, literally how I drew it. This is f of x. This is when it equals 4. Boom. You know, had a pretty good drawing, so That's it. Okay, 2. Next, Anatoly is making a cement step for his patio in the shape of a sector of a circle showing he has enough cement to fill an area of 3.6 square meters. Such that the central angle is 1.2 radians. What must be the radius of the circular sector R according to the design? Hold on. He has enough cement to fill an area. So 3.6 meters squared. Okay. So we want the radius. So to calculate radius, we do area of a sector. So area of a sector here, give this formula. Pi r squared, area of a circle, times 1 over the center. Not 1 over the, what am I doing? Central angle over 2 pi, which is equivalent to 360. All right. So now we'll fill it out. We got 3.6 equals 1.2 radians over 2 pi radians times, let me think here, pi r squared. Oof, with no calculator, this is kind of tricky. So cancel. 1.2 over 2 is 5, 6, 10, 3/5. So 3.6 equals 3/5, which is let's say 0.6 equals r squared. And then we divide, what am I doing? Not equals, times r squared, sorry. Divide both sides by 0.6. That's like 36 divided by 6, which is 6 equals r squared. So r equals the square root of 6, which is b. All right. It wasn't that bad. Okay, next. Number 10, radical. Okay, what's the solution equation above? Sweet. So let's do, what should we do? How much time do we have? 3 minutes. I'm running out of time. Okay, so what should I do? Let's multiply everything by x times x plus 2 to get rid of the denominators. X times x plus 2 to everything. So that would become 5x plus 2, right? Because the x's will cancel out for those two. And then here it would be plus 2x plus 4 times x, because again, the x plus 2's would cancel out there. And then on the other side is 3 times x plus 2 times x. X times x plus 2. All right, I got to hustle. So then that's 5x plus 10 plus 2x squared plus 4x equals, and then 3x times that is 3x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. Get everything to the right side. So subtract 2x squared, that's x squared. 9x, subtract 9x, that's negative 3x. And then bring the 10 over, right? That's minus 10, right? Yes. Okay, it's factorable. So then it's going to be, how much time do I have? 2 minutes. It's going to be x minus 5x plus 2, because that's going to have a difference of negative 3 and multiply negative 10. So my two solutions are negative 2 and positive 5. But again, it's got to be the positive answer. By the way, negative 2 makes it go to 0, so it doesn't work anyways. Okay, let's quickly go back to that one that I had a question on. Was it this one? Okay, let's think about this for a second. Maximums. Okay, the following formula gives the height of meters. Sprinkler distance at x. Okay, maximum spraying distance, the horizontal distance. Oh, that's the height. Oh, I misread this. Okay, wait. Oh my God, 58 seconds. The maximum spraying distance is the horizontal distance from the sprinkler where the water. So horizontal distance. This is very confusing because they're talking about height and then they're talking about the horizontal distance. Where's the horizontal distance? In meters of a spray from water, particularly long sprinkler at a distance x. So is it x that we're trying to figure out here? Let's see. Let's really quickly. I've got 10 seconds left. I don't even know. H equals vx minus 5x squared. H plus 5x squared divided by x equals v. I probably got. Oh, I got it right. Okay, I'm being honest. That question was weird to me. So I guess it was pretty straightforward. Let's see what they say. Factored form can be useful because it reaches velocity. So you factor it out. Oh, yeah, so it is x. So that's why I was kind of confused when I first read it. I guess I still got the right answer somehow, but But yeah, that's it. The quadruple velocity is 4v. So it's like a linear relationship. Pretty straightforward. So you quadruple that, and it quadruples the x value. So x is your horizontal, is the max. That was confusing. All right, that's it. Let me see what questions we have real quick. What would you say is the best way to study for? No, I would not say it's Khan Academy. I use it because it's got some value for sure. The problems with the practice sets are they don't feel really like real authentic SAT questions, so I have an issue with that. But hey, what's up, Richard? But I think the best thing is to take lots of the publicly released practice tests. Those are just going to be authentic. They're from the College Board. That's going to be your best bet. I never got to say this, but you're the reason I got it. Oh, dang, 780. Wow, congrats, man. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate the kind words. That's amazing. I'd be curious to know where you started, too. What was your original score? I'd be really interested to know that. All right, guys, I got to bounce. I got to start teaching in 5 minutes. It was great to see you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be doing a ton of these videos leading up to the March test. So we got a little over, or maybe a little under a month and a half. So, all right, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in the... Oh, by the way, click that like button if you haven't done that yet. If you want to subscribe and see more, hit that subscribe button. Last but not least, check out our video course as well. It is in the description link below. It's only $15 a month. You can buy and cancel whenever you want, however much you need it for. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next video.